of a business depend upon its marketing? Who can I ask to do this first? Who's not gone first? Laura, would you like to start off this big question?
Oh, it's a big one. I mean, this is going to be my personal opinion, obviously. I do think it does, just because of my job, firstly, and also the fact that if nobody knows about your business, then nobody's going to be interested in it, buy from you. Obviously, that's completely different if you're providing a service or public sector, but even then it's how people feel about you, and their opinion of you is based around your marketing, really. So however you decide to talk to them, whether that is through Facebook, your press releases, your direct mail, whatever channels you're using, that's going to shape their opinion, and then that obviously takes them through to having an experience with you, whether that's buying from you or using your service, that can kind of completes that opinion, but that's still tied into the marketing, really. So yes, I absolutely think it does, because it will carry you all the way and make people talk about you. That's then going to make more people come and buy from you, and then you can go and buy Gin Palace and retire.
Sharon, what do you think?
Yeah, part of me, as being a bit of an old hack, part of me still thinks I don't like marketing. I don't really know why, but you know, there's no bones about it, really. You need it. Yeah, it's not really a question for me. I mean, how else are you going to get your business known? You know, it's just like, it doesn't just do it itself. You've got to use so many channels and just get your business out there. And you know, one of the things actually what I wanted to say to the last question, so I'm going to kind of nip it in now, was that like marketing. Using customers to do marketing for you is really strong. So user-generated content is a form of, free unpaid marketing. So if you can write a blog or do something that's really engaging and you get people commenting on that, that's marketing for you as well, you know? So, yeah.
Dave, what do you think?
I did a documentary about this for Radio 4, so I know the answer. But I'm not going to tell you what it is.
Have we got to listen to the documentary to find out? All right.
So if I don't tell you what it is, you don't know how brilliant my answer is, do you?
Nice answer. Helen, does your future success depend upon your marketing?
I think that there's a small, probably minute number of businesses that can get away with not doing marketing because things just catch on. It becomes like a bit of an underground cult. Like some stuff in London, for example, nobody wants to market about it because it's too cool to market. But it's a very small number of businesses that kind of spread through that word of mouth. They nearly don't want to be known. They don't want to be heard about because it's so kind of underground. But if you go in with that strategy, you're probably going to fail. I think it's just a very small number of companies that become a bit of a cult, a bit of a trend, and just absolutely fly. But everybody definitely needs to be doing some marketing. Unless it's a lifestyle business that you never think is never gonna take off, you've got a full-time job and you just do this random thing on the side just for fun, and then it suddenly takes off, then that might work. But I think any business that sets out to succeed needs to do some kind of marketing.
Sarah, what do you think?
I disagree with everything that's been said. I think you need a successful product. I think you need a good basis. You know, the words Gerald Ratner slightly spring to mind in answer to this. If you've got a rubbish product, you can buy all the marketing in the world and be successful for a period of time until people find you out, and then you will fail. So you've got to have integrity. You've got to have a service, an offering, a business, you know, to answer the question. And that's, you know, as a wordsmith, that's what I'm doing. You know, does the success of a business depend on its marketing? No. The success of a business depends on its product, its reputation, its relationships. Can a business be more successful because of marketing? Of course. Absolutely. Definitely. You know, that's what I do for a job. But, you know, marketing disasters, PR disasters don't exist. It's organisational disasters. It's things go wrong in, you know, you've got to have something that people want to buy. Otherwise, you'll fail. It may take longer for some people to cotton on to the fact that actually that gold and diamond ring that they spent £3,000 on is actually, what did he say? Crap. But, you know, you will find that out. So I think we've got to be very, very careful here that we don't say that you can go around, you know, making things into something they're not. You know, Trunki is massively successful because there are thousands and thousands of parents every day who are battling to take their children through airports, through train stations, and suddenly it's become fun. You know, it's the product has got to be, or the service has got to be at the heart of what you're doing, not some load of spin. I would get sacked tomorrow for telling lies, and that's because I'm a member of a chartered institute. I uphold a code of conduct. You know, the CIM has a similar thing, the PRCA has a similar thing. And whilst I take Dave's point that, you know, this isn't rocket science, what we do, communications and marketing, but we need to be sure that we have integrity and that we have what we do is appropriate, you know. And I think we've seen some very, very high-profile cases, thinking of Lord Bell and the Conservative Party recently, of what goes wrong when you start trying to sell something or do something that isn't integral to what you should be doing. I don't know what that was, but that was a bit weird. So I feel quite passionately about this, quite strongly about this, and I think that that you know that the values at the heart of your business is absolutely vital.
I totally agree with what you say, Sarah, and when you made the point that good marketing can enhance a good business.
Yeah.
Would you agree, though, that there are a lot of people who are very good, not in this sentence at the business, but actually I think not at the business, but at the craft? So I'm thinking of I've come across some amazing food producers, for instance, who are fantastic at making their cheese, to take the example. And actually they're not that good at the business of cheese, and they're not remotely interested in telling people about their cheese. And I think it's really sad when you come across somebody who is essentially making something, the purpose of which is to be shared and sold and to, you know, create employment and grow in that sense. And they're just not that bothered about telling people about it. And to that extent, I think, you know, yeah, you're right in your wordsmith way. You need both halves of the equation here. Yeah. But I think the concept of taking something to market secretly is kind of weird.
But I don't think you do take anything to market secretly, no. Do you? But it's, you know, so if you're an independent cheese producer, then that's what I mean, is it's about how would you market that is integral to your brand. Yeah. If you're making Dairy Lee, you're in a completely different space than those people. And I think it's because of you know, there's value that can be added, of course, from marketing, but you have to have something good in the first place. And I just think that our industry is often tarnished because people think that, you know, Max Clifford is the pinnacle of public relations because he lies for his clients and has got, you know, gone on record saying that is what he does. And, you know, I just couldn't disagree more strongly with that.
Well, on that bombshell, I must bring it to an end. But I think massive round of applause for our panellists. Some really good stuff there. Right, well.